Happy Valentine's Day, everyone! I'm so happy that my EP Treasure Chest is out now, and this is my gift to you. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day with your loved ones, with your family and your best friends. And this EP goes out to all the single ladies, single men, and lovebirds. And this song, Treasure Chest, is very personal to me because that's the song I wrote when I was very much in love with a woman about 3 years ago. And it is also a message on how to overcome your fears and emotions and express your feelings to this significant other, and also taking ownership of who you truly are and who you love, and allow yourself to love anyone. You know, in my case, I'm a gay woman, I love women, and it just helped me to also accept of who I am, my identity as a gay woman, and also not being afraid of what people think about me. Yes, so this woman, she found the key and was able to unlock my emotions. And yeah, I will always cherish this beautiful connection that we once had. And yes. Dime, which is tell me in Spanish. I wrote a song also for this woman, and I sang it for her on Thanksgiving in 2022. Was sitting on her piano and playing it for her, and I was so nervous, you know, because you don't want, I'm not a great pianist, and so singing and playing at the same time is very hard and challenging, but at that moment I just took a deep breath and I was able to sing and play it for her at the same time, and she just closed her eyes and really much enjoyed the song that I wrote for her. And yeah, so it's like saying, every time I see you I'm very happy, and I never loved a woman like you. So yeah, I was I don't fall easily in love with anyone, so but that moment I was very much in love with her, and just had to express this in music. And the best way, whenever you go through something, love or breakup, use this emotion to create something beautiful. Write a song, paint something, and yes, and it will forever live on, although you are not together anymore, but this moment will always live on in your art. So I'm so happy that I wrote a song and I recorded it, and now it's out 2.5 years later when I wrote it. So, and I hope this woman will listen to it and remember the good times that we once had at the beginning of our relationship, although it didn't end happy. And but you know, you learn, it's a lesson learned, and I still believe in love. I've been single for 2 years and just worked on myself, loved myself, and did a lot of healing. And I'm now in a space to date again, and I'm looking for somebody closer my age, a beautiful woman here in New York or in another state, you know. Yes, so this is a beautiful Valentine's rose. It's beautiful, gorgeous. Yes, so looking for my future wife. It might be you, or maybe you know somebody who's also looking for somebody. You never know, you know. I'm not on dating apps. I'd rather meet people in person, but I also, you know, put myself out there through music. So this song is called My Freaky Valentine. That's a true story, yes. So I visited this woman over Valentine's, well, after Valentine's, but in that week of Valentine's in 2023. And I put so much effort into putting like beautiful Valentine's gifts together. I had a Valentine's card, not this one, but this is just an example. And I had like a photo book with our pictures, and a necklace in a heart shape with our picture. And this, for some reason, freaked her out because she felt like I'm too obsessive. But that was just a way to put me down, because she didn't put much effort into giving me Valentine's gifts. She just gave me a scarf and earrings. But I mean, you know, it was just quite shocking because I saw this change in her behavior, and she was just yelling at me. Well, I was here with my Valentine's gifts, and she yelled at me and called me a stalker and called me, oh, you're too obsessive. And then I was just, okay, I was just like this. I didn't say anything. I just looked at her like in total shock. And then she came to me and I was like, held my hands and said, oh, this was brutal. And then she really stared right into my eyes. And like, it felt like she was stealing all my energy. That was quite scary. And I was like, all I said was, you have beautiful eyes. Yeah, so that was a very strange situation, and then unfortunately it became very abusive, and like verbally abusive, physically abusive, emotionally abusive, and it really took a toll on me. And when I came back to New York, I was there for like 5 days, and I collapsed and broke down and said, okay, this is not healthy. She intentionally hurt me and put me down and blamed me for being obsessive, for putting more effort into giving her Valentine's gifts, like cute Valentine's gifts. There's nothing wrong with it. It felt like I was throwing like acid on her. So, and then she freaked out. That's not a normal human reaction to when somebody really opens up and shares your heart and soul with you and is vulnerable, and then in return she yells at me. And I came all the way from New York to Nashville to visit her. I took time out. I didn't go to auditions because I had the opportunity to audition for a dance gig, but I was like, okay, I put her first. I want to see her. And then she promised to come visit me for my birthday, which also it's very, very coincidence that my birthday is the same birthday like her ex-husband. And then she blamed me that she can't come to New York anymore because I'm too obsessive and she doesn't feel emotionally safe around me. Doesn't make any sense, right? Yeah, and then pretty much she fooled me. She said at the beginning all the right things. Yeah, I'm loyal. I can come visit you anytime in New York. We can make this work. We're the perfect match. And then at the end, or I don't want to be exclusively with a woman. I don't want to be ever wrapped up with somebody ever again. So pretty much like saying, yeah, actually the stuff that I said at the beginning is untrue, and I'm a cheater, I'm a liar, I'm hurting people, abusing people. So that's her true self, unfortunately. But you know, this little memory, who she pretended to be or who she was at the beginning to get me to, you know, to fall for her, it still lives on, like, you know, because I want to remember people in a positive way, and not in like, you know, say, okay, this person is horrible, although she did horrible things to me, but still, like, I want to remember her in a good way, like I learned a lot through this experience, and I mean, I would have never written all these songs without this experience, so that's also a good thing. I have grown a lot. I became more aware of what I want in relationships, and for me, age gap relationships are very challenging, so that was also a big shock for me when I found out her real age after the breakup. I thought she was maybe 15 years older, but then I found out she's actually 27 years older, so that's a huge age gap. And then also, yeah, this whole relationship was set up for failure from day one, because, you know, it takes time to get to know somebody, and you don't want to rush into something when you don't know the other person. So it's really hard to rush into intimacy when you haven't built a foundation together yet. That's why I want to meet people as friends first, and then see how we work together, and also how, if this person supports me when I'm sick, when I'm in the hospital, because those things are very, very important, because you want to rely on each other, and when you can't rely on each other in a romantic relationships, how is that even possible? You have to trust each other, you have to really know that person. Okay, has this person this capacity to be monogamous with me, or is this person just playing around and doesn't know what this person wants? So that's why I'm telling people, get to know this person really, really well. It takes about 3 months to really get to know somebody and spend a lot of time together, do different things together, travel together, and then intimacy comes last, because it's hard to reverse once you have this intimate connection and this twin flame. It's hard to reverse and say, okay, when the other person says, like in her case, oh, she's just looking for something casual, and wants me to keep in her life so she can advance her music career, and now I feel like I'm just an emotional punching bag, and she just wants to use me for her music career. It's a very, very horrible feeling, because, you know, you opened your heart, your soul, you shared your body with this person, and now this person is telling you, oh, I just want some fun, and I just need you for my musical career because you have all these connections in New York. Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, also you want to be clear with what kind of relationship is it. Is it just business? Is it just music? Is it just fun and party and going to events? Or is it something else? Because it's when you don't know what role you play in each other's lives, it's very confusing in your mind, and you just you have this image of this person. Okay, this relationship could look this way, and then the other person has a total another perspective. And yeah, so guys, take your time to get to know somebody. Don't rush into anything. Also, I'm not on dating apps because for me it's important to meet people in person, because everybody can lie also, on these apps and pretend to be somebody they are not. And then it's all, you judge people by pictures. It's very shallow. So I want to feel the energy and then feel, okay, is this a healthy thing? Can this connection work? And then I want to dig deeper into it, and see if we could be a possible match, or just stay friends and have fun together. So that's also a beautiful thing. This relationship I had was set up for failure, and it ended up horrible. She insulted me in many ways, and these words really hit me so hard, and I lost a lot of weight because I stopped eating for a while. She called me a fucking freight train for having emotions. So I just, these words really hit me harder than, I wish she would have slapped me in the face rather than, saying all these words to me. But anyways, I ended up in the hospital twice for having an emotional breakdown, and also neglecting myself too, because I blamed myself for the failure of this relationship, although it was her problem. And she just blamed me for my reactions to her behavior, to avoid any accountability. And if she's seeing this video, I want you to know, don't abuse a tender heart ever again, number one. And I hope by speaking up and calling out your abusive behavior, you have learned your lesson, and you won't ever do it ever again. Because when you target people half your age, they have a different process, and they're not at your stages in your life, and you can't expect that they are at the same level that you are. And so I hope nobody else will go through this experience like I did, because it's very traumatizing, and it took me pretty much 2 years to really heal and find my purpose in life again, which is songwriting, going out, doing shows, and inspiring people with my work. And on that note, happy Valentine's Day. And also, if you're single, don't be sad. I used to be so sad on Valentine's Days, because until this point, I'm 32, I'm turning 33 in April. I never had a relationship besides this situationship. But you can buy yourself a flower. I can buy myself flowers. Yes, you can buy yourself a Valentine's card and write a love letter to yourself. You can go on dates with, if your friends are not available because they are in relationships or are married or have children, you can go on a date by yourself. Tonight I'm going to a show. It's a tribute show for Dolly Parton. I love Dolly Parton, and I was in her movie Mount Magic Christmas. So I'm taking myself out on a date tonight. I'm very excited, and I'm dressed up for the part, for Valentine's, all in red. And yes, I'm grateful for the people that I have in my life. I'm grateful for everyone who has worked on this EP. Myrna Lewis, my fiddle friend, she did a fantastic job on Treasure Chest and Dime. My music producer Colin Stanley, who produced all these tracks and arrangements and also played the guitar and bass, and yeah, and then Jeff Falk, who worked with me on Freaky Valentine. Yeah, we also worked on the song Smile to Best Makeup, and yes, and Phil Silverberg, who played the piano on Treasure Chest. Thank you so much for making this music project possible, and I hope you enjoy my EP and keep streaming it and share this with your friends. I'm not making money out of it, not really, unless I hit over millions of streams, but it doesn't matter to me. I just want to share my musical gift with the world and inspire other people who might go through breakup or, you know, trauma. And yes, I hope you enjoy this EP and you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Happy Valentine's Day.